Okay, we are back again. It's another beautiful day. I am ready to stream. So let's do that. I'm going to be doing 2 pages today. This one should be pretty simple. And this one too, because it's only 3 panels. But anyway, let's get into it. Here. I don't really like the way I did the line art on this. It feels very stiff. Except for this panel. This panel's okay. These 3 are not. This one's gonna be his skin tone. Okay. Wait, hold on. There we go. Actually, also, before I go any further, I should probably close off this backpack. Actually, wait. I'm gonna do the easy method. Apparently, I didn't close that off. Okay. Oh, that blends in so well. Okay, there we go. First panel is nearing completion. Nice. I want to keep on adding birds to the environment too. So let's try that. Birds. Actually, no, never mind. I'll just keep it for this one page. Because it looks cool. But it's like really hard to get the spacing right. Like, they're way too dense. You know? Oh, actually, that's fine. Let's actually move this up. I just want there to be like some continuity between this page and the next page, so we can have them like slowly diminish. Over the course of these panels. Let's move on to the gradients. Actually, wait, no. I'll do what I usually do. I'll do what I usually do. I'm glad that I'm almost done with this chapter because I'm really looking forward to like planning out the composition for the next one and stuff. And I know like I usually do like the rule of Z and the rule of thirds, but I want to actually try to add the like Fibonacci spiral on top of that too. Uh, see if I can really maximize my compositions, if possible. That might be overdoing it though. Okay, you can like barely tell that I even added this. Uh, and Faye is done. Here now. That's mm, oh. Here, I need this exact color. Ugh, dude, that is so annoying. First panel complete, basically. Actually, wait. I'm gonna do the red first. Hold on. Okay. Just wanted to make sure the stream was not experiencing any issues. All right, now we can move on to gradients. There we go. Actually, wait. I'm gonna put a few birds here. Few birds, just a few. Birds. Oh. Actually, let's erase a few of these too. I want them to like diminish the further on we go. Because there's a ton on this page. There's less and less. Okay. Why is this? That's so weird. I don't think it'll affect anything though. Okay, what do we have that we need to fix here? What? What? Okay. That is complete. This one should be pretty simple. Hello? Did my chat thing just go off for no reason again? Oh well. Okay. Okay, add some shading. Actually, I want this to extend all the way. Do some shadows for the hair too. I also want to shade the eye. Actually, that looks better. Yeah, I kind of don't like this panel, but I did the best I could. Of course, these can be merged. Okay, so we're actually almost done with this page. It's only been like an hour. Well, there's an hour and a half, including the line art, but I've only been streaming for an hour. So, and then this next page, like I said, won't take too long either. So, feeling good about that. Merge, merge, merge. Okay. That. Save. These can be on the same layer, just to simplify things. hope I can do this. Okay, cool. Actually, wait. Okay. I have to redraw a little bit. Oop, earlier? All right. Sorry, just stretching. Oh, that. Yep, 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 yep. Wait, I kind of want to change this. Here we go. Edit Quartz. Yo, how was your weekend? My weekend was very good. How was your weekend? Also, welcome to the stream. Where did I put the... There it is. But yeah, my weekend was chill. I got to work on this. I was at work a little bit, and I hung out with my mom most day. Overall, very enjoyable experience. Her eyes look kind of weird here. I think it's because I erased the bottom part. That one. Quite busy, stressful, but in a spend time with people way. Gotcha. Well, I'm sorry to hear that it was stressful. Hopefully you're able to chill at some point. Hopefully by watching the stream. That's kind of why I started streaming in the first place, is because wanted to provide a low stress environment for people, and also for myself. Glad to hear I enjoyed my weekend. Anything special planned for this week? I'm gonna be out of town. I'm gonna be going to a convention, and I have a physical copy of the first half of my comic printed, and I just received it today. So I'm gonna be basically going around the convention and advertising it to people. So yeah. It sucks though, because the physical the blah, 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 the physical copy that I ordered, I actually made a bunch of mistakes when I was specifying like the dimensions for it. And like the dimensions for the file are too big, and I didn't resize them to basically they're in A4 size, and I didn't resize them to A5. So it automatically changed it to A4 even though I selected A5. And the book is like way bigger than I wanted it to be. Which is kind of annoying. And also, like, I didn't get the settings for the cover right, so the cover isn't like as shiny as I wanted it to be. So it's not perfect, but the main reason why I made it in the first place was so that I could like correct any mistakes that I would end up making. So I basically learned what I did wrong, and I know how to fix it now. At least I think so. But that's basically so that for when I do the final copy, I don't make any of those mistakes. These lines don't really make sense, and this shoulder is just weird. Yeah, now I know better. Yeah, pretty much. Like I just wanted to see uh what it would look like in a physical book, and yeah, now I'm able to recognize the changes I need to make, basically. I'm gonna do a video about it on my channel, basically documenting like the whole process of how I got to this point. So I'm not going to the con just to advertise. Yeah, I'm gonna try to enjoy myself too. Yeah. Hopefully people won't find it annoying or anything, but it is a convention. Uh, so people are probably there to like see shit relating to like manga and anime, you know? So hopefully I won't be like too intrusive. And like this technically is not a manga because it's like first off it's left to right, and secondly I'm not Japanese. So uh there's that, but I feel like the art style is similar enough and like it follows enough of the conventions we were just talking about. Going to a con. That's a funny pun. But yeah, it follows I feel like it has enough like stylistic similarities to manga that I can feel comfortable calling it that. Uh, because I feel like people that enjoy manga would probably enjoy this. And that's honestly what inspired me for the most part when I was uh, coming up with the idea for this, like first making it. But yeah, I've described it as like a webcomic, a graphic novel, a comic, a manga. I should probably stick to just like one term to refer to it as. I mean, right now it technically kind of is all of those things, except for uh, a graphic novel because it's just not done yet. But it's a work in progress. Okay, nice. We got the base colors done. Let's do the sky. Wait, okay. This needs to go up a bit further. Any plans on how I'm going to advertise? Well, I don't have a table. I'm gonna, I'm planning on eventually like tabling at cons and stuff once the book is actually done, because then I can like sell the book, and then I'll also have like art prints that I can make of like pieces of art that I've made in the past, uh, that I can sell too. But right now, I just don't have enough, stuff to really justify it, I think. Uh, so at this point, I'm probably just gonna be like going up to people that seem like open to conversation and just like, asking them if they want to check out the comic, basically. And just socializing and stuff. Should be fun. Okay. Like how I can like angle the clouds at different angles. That's cool. Okay, this I feel needs multiple layers because the background is looking kind of bare. There's a lot of empty space, whereas in these panels, I feel like they're so much smaller that just having a single layer of clouds is fine. But yeah, doing this usually looks really cool. All right. Hmm. Okay, better. This is better. A little bit. Let's move on to shading. Why did I do that? Why did I make that a clipping layer? The table can definitely come later. No need to start with it immediately. Yeah, go ahead. Add your 2 cents. Love to hear it. Eraser. There. This can be at full opacity. Now Deegan, I'm attracted to Fanny from Battle for Dream Island. I actually know what that is, but I don't know who the character is, so I'm gonna Google this character. Welcome to the stream, by the way. But yeah, my friend showed me what that was when I was like in middle school. I was like, wow. Okay, literally a fan. I don't know what I expected. Also Rocky, of course. I feel like I don't have to Google search what that one is. You some kind of geologist or something? Um, okay, let's start adding. Well, first let's merge these. We can add some more details. Okay. Vocalize a hook or the main interesting plot about the comic. Okay. Yeah. I feel like the hook could be like, well, mm, like the thing is with this story is like the first half is very episodic, so I feel like the hook could be like either like the characters are kind of like yin and yang, they're like polar opposites, uh, or something about the setting, like the setting is like futuristic, but it's reverting back to the past. Um, because right now those are the parts of the story that I think stand out the most. And everything other than that is kind of generic, like right now at this point. Uh, but things are gonna get more interesting later, I promise. Um, Bubble from BFDI is definitely Jewish. I mean, I have no idea why you would say that because I don't know the lore, but yeah, it's really hard to. I don't really have like a super compelling hook for the story right now. But let me know which of those two things sounds more interesting to you. I feel like the characters are probably going to be the selling point uh, rather than the setting. Like the character dynamic is kind of like the crux of the story. But yeah, unfortunately, like I didn't really design the story around like a hook or something, which I probably should have. But yeah, because like when I made this, I was kind of just like, I would like to write a story. Um, so I feel like by the time this first book is done, like people will understand like the kind of themes and like the dynamic and stuff that I had in mind because it takes place over the course of the whole comic, so the whole picture is not going to be clear until it's over. Well, maybe it'll start to become more clear the further on we go, but this first half is kind of like set up for the rest of the story, I gotta say. The hook can come later, as you said. You have time to develop the story to flesh it out properly. Okay. Well, I feel like I should have a hook because like I have the whole script for the story uh written out. So like well actually another part of it is there's going to be like a plot twist that comes later and I don't want to spoil that. Uh but I feel like the plot twist like if I spoil it that could be a pretty good hook all on its own. Uh but if I tell people what it is, then it's not going to have as much impact when they're actually reading it, you know? Like actually, yeah, like the plot twist, like that's definitely like the best hook that I have. But I've been keeping it a secret because yeah. The character dynamics are the main point at the moment. Describe the overarching themes in 2 words. Non-duality. Non-duality. Like we have these two characters that are kind of like two sides of the same coin, I guess. But like they appear to be different, but they're actually more similar uh than anyone might realize. Yeah, keep it to yourself. Yeah, I will do that. But yeah, like the themes are like seemingly different things or seemingly opposite things actually being more similar or the same. So it's all about like opposites and stuff and sort of connecting connecting those opposites to each other in some way. Facts. And we are done with oh, okay. I see. I'll definitely give that a shot. Thank you for your advice. I really appreciate it. Because honestly, this is my first time doing anything like this, so I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, it's much appreciated. Characters where you have to take a double take, yeah. Ooh, I picked a really good shade of purple for this. Non-duality is a good term for the concept you're striving for. You understand what you mean, others won't, so it's likely to create confusion. Yeah, and like non-duality is actually kind of like a spiritual term and like a spiritual concept. So I feel like it's not really mainstream, but I want to make it mainstream. That's why I'm making the comic. Where's the scarf? There we are. No need for thanks. Just want to see you do well. No, I really appreciate it. I gotta thank you. Uh, okay, so that's that. That's that. Forgot. I'm gonna merge all of these. Where's the hair? There we go. not necessary. Oh, actually, I feel like another way I could do it is maybe like rely on like tropes, I guess, because I feel like Lilia is like pretty much like she falls into the category of like a tsundere or something. Uh, so I feel like if I say that, a lot of people uh, at the anime con will be able to recognize what I'm talking about. I could just say like there's a tsundere knight and an emo guy, basically. That is like a very like, well, actually no. I feel like the characters in my story aren't like the most fleshed out, so I was gonna say like that's like a really one-dimensional way of describing them, but no. Like at this point in the story at least, like they are basically just that. Uh which anime manga shows have similar concept to yours? Does anyone like yeah. That is also a good idea. Because I feel like oh, it's like the dynamic here, at least at this point, is like kind of similar to like Asuka and Shinji from Neon Genesis Evangelion, a little bit, tiny bit. So I could do something like that, I think. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like too similar. Like I don't want it to be like, oh, this is basically the same thing. I need to highlight the like the actual differences that make it stand out too. Because if it's the exact same, then there's kind of no point. Yeah, Eva as an example. Yeah. So actually, oh, the other method that I forgot about is like talking about like two disparate pieces of media combined, and then using that as a descriptor for whatever piece of media you're making. Like I've seen people do that a lot on like Kickstarter, where they're like, it's basically blank plus blank. Um, and what I have said, like in my YouTube video, what I've said for it is like it's like Evangelion plus Dark Souls, which I think is pretty accurate. Um, so I think I'll go for something like that too. I'm gonna try multiple methods of describing it. Oop, wait. Hello? Why is this? Oh, that's annoying. Whatever. Oh wait, it's because I'm still in the red. Oh my god. Okay, get rid of you. I'm gonna erase this. Turn this down. Oh, Also have a notepad with you to scroll things down if you don't already. I'll get feedback. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will do that. I will do that for sure. And if I don't get feedback, I'll like ask for feedback. QR code to scan it and get to your comic immediately instead of, oh yeah, thanks, I'll write them. Okay, so the thing is, I have a QR code to my link tree on the back of the book, but it doesn't fucking work. So, yeah, and I don't know why it doesn't work. Uh, it's really annoying. Uh, but, uh, yeah. I really should have made like business cards or something too, but I didn't think I was gonna need them because I have the QR code, but no, it does not work. So I might just have to like make sure that people know my username and then they can like follow me if they want to. Oh, where's the armor? Okay. This is taking me a while because I feel like we're having like such a good discussion. And I don't want to take away from that. Yeah, pretty much. My thoughts exactly. All right. Moving on to the armor. And then I'll be done with this page. And I'm just gonna do this and then we will be done for today. So the chapter is gonna be out by Wednesday. Oh wait, there's some stuff here. Oh, get out of here. Um, okay. Merge everything now. But yeah, seriously, thank you for the advice. I feel like I have a much clearer idea of what I should actually say now. Really appreciate it. You good? Sales isn't hard once you figure it out somewhat. Man, I feel like I have to learn so much if I want to be like doing art as a full-time thing, which, you know, who knows if that'll ever be possible for me. But like I have to learn like sales, business, stuff like that. And that's like so far outside of what I'm used to. I'm used to just like drawing and like making stuff. Sales is an advertisement and getting people to read, not actually selling. Hmm. Yeah. The self-promotion is a completely different thing. For the longest time, I have not known how to effectively do it. Okay, cool. This page is complete. Save. And export. This is page 197. By the time this chapter is done, I'm gonna have 200 pages of this comic, which is insane. I believe in the PSI character hitting it high, trust me. I hope so. That would be really awesome. I really like my persona. I'm super happy with how my PNG tuber turned out. Like it's like literally like the most appealing I've ever drawn this character in my whole life. It's crazy. Okay. I need to grab this blue. This page is gonna be super simple. First attempts are always clumsy, no matter which field, one step at a time. Yeah. Like I said, with like the print copy of the comic that I got, there were a ton of mistakes, but that's how you learn. Your PNG tuber moves so smoothly. I love it. Saying that as someone who isn't a fan of YouTubers in general. Well, I gotta say, I didn't make the program that like animates it. I just drew the pictures. The program that I use is called like Tube. So that's what makes it all like bouncy and stuff. Bah, 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 like that. I'm gonna use like a dark blue for this. Here, wait. Okay, these are different layers, which is fine. So is this actually closed off? No, it's not. I'm gonna close it off real quick. If I can. Just close the loop. There we go. I can do this a lot easier. Wait, I was on the line art layer. Oh my god. Invert. Okay, nice. I'm actually gonna put these all in the same layer. Okay. Let me open one of the pages that has the moon on it. Where is it? Right here. Oh, another thing, in the printed version, like this scene, is really hard to discern what's happening because the sky is just so dark, and this monster is also like pretty dark, so like it blends in so much. But I think I have a fix for that, which I might talk about later. Does my character have a specific name, or is it your channel name? My persona's name is Rocco, so mainly inspired by Rocco's Modern Life. I really liked that that show when I was a kid, which it's kind of before my time because I'm a Zoomer, but I do have an appreciation for 90s cartoons. Okay. Okay, so for this, I'm just gonna copy this. Complete news to you. It looks quite fun and colorful though. Yeah. I just remember watching it when I was younger. I think my mom showed it to me. Oh yeah, let's keep that as is. Actually, this doesn't even need to be a clipping layer, technically. I'm gonna have these get darker. Okay. Dang it, I shouldn't have merged the line art layers actually. It's gonna kind of cause some issues. Oh, never mind. We're actually fine. So I can just select this. Wait. There we go. Let's try like screen maybe? Lighten. Okay, wait, I actually need this to extend outward by like 2 pixels. Okay, maybe more. If I just do like normal. Hold on. How feasible is it for the upcoming con? Could be after some reads or physical comic like sticker sheet. I was going to do that, but I don't have time at this point. So yeah, I was gonna hand out like buttons because I looked into it and stickers are usually not allowed at conventions. Like you can't like give them out for free because people will just stick them everywhere. So I was gonna do buttons, and I might still do that if I do something like this again. But I don't have time at this point because I would have to like order them, and it's coming up in a few days. So yeah. But also like my comic is uh like almost 200 pages. It's like 180 because it goes up to chapter 12. So it might be a lot for someone to read through the whole thing. Uh, so I'm kind of only expecting them to like maybe like skim through it and just see if they think it looks cool. Uh, so yeah, there's that. Okay, so what I need to do here is get a gradient like this. Yeah. And then perfect. Stickers not being allowed is crazy but understandable. Yeah. Um, I just looked up like what free stuff is acceptable to give away, and they were like, you should probably do buttons. So, but I probably will do that next time I go to a convention. which might be like later this year. But also it's gonna suck because I'm gonna have like so much more of my comic made by then. So my physical book is gonna feel pretty outdated at this point. Or at that point, I should say. Nice. Um, this is kind of such like an unorthodox panel that I don't know, like I'm doing it out of order, I feel like. Actually, I want this to be brighter if possible. Can I make this just like super bright? No. Let's make it purple. Where is the line art? So I guess this and this are gonna get merged. Oh no. I don't like that outline. Okay, there. One away. Now I can do clouds and then I'll be done. Did you do any numbers on how many you should print and how many would actually be bots? So that's for the Kickstarter, which is kind of like a long way off. But basically I'm planning on doing like 200 copies. And I don't know how many will be bought, but if there are extras left over, then I will sell them at conventions. Uh, so yeah. And with how high the stretch goal is, I'm gonna need to make that many copies, uh, basically. Like I did the math, and like the cost per book is gonna even out to 200 copies, basically. So yeah, but the math is still like not final because I don't know how many pages the book is gonna be, and that's gonna affect the price. So that's what I've been doing actually. Like this past weekend, like I was looking a lot of at other people's Kickstarters, doing the math on what my stretch goal should be, stuff like that. It's kind of addicting, but I probably shouldn't think about it too much because I need to actually make the rest of the comic first. And I'm not going to launch the Kickstarter until the comic is fully complete. So, okay, clouds. We're doing clouds. But yeah, I love waxing poetic about my comic. It's so fun. Ooh, I really like how that looks too. Why is this not visible? Also, these should probably be. Oh no, dude. I was gonna start printing before it was even finished. I could if I wanted to. Like I could split it up into two books, and have the first one go up to like chapter 12. But like I would like the ending to actually be like what I planned it to be, and I don't really want there to be like a cliffhanger because that's not really a satisfying way to end it. Well, that's not really what I meant. Like the ending is also kind of going to be a cliffhanger, but there's also like a resolution to the character arcs. And if I were to start printing it now, there's just too much left un too much left unresolved. Sorry, if I can talk properly. And there's going to be a part 2. There's going to be like a sequel to this anyway that I'm going to make. So it's already going to be 2 books. So there's that as well. Okay, can I move the moon stuff, please? Where are the colors for the moon? This is so confusing. Can I just like move this? What the fuck, dude? Okay, never mind. This is not gonna work, so I'm just gonna get rid of this cloud here. I am gonna do another layer. Let's be brighter. Adjusting the opacity. Wearing, that's not very pea-sized character behavior of you, SMH. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, but like unironically, I probably should stop using such crass language. Very professional of me. Okay, let's add birds too. Birds. These can go. Yeah, the way I set up these layers is so weird and bad. Dude, nice. Okay. I like that. Save. Then 2 more panels and we're done. How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours. Okay. Put a little barrier for the sky. What about ordering once your prints are finalized? You thinking about that? Wait, what do you mean? What prints? Are you talking about the art prints that I mentioned? I don't understand. Because like I'm my first priority right now is just finishing this comic, and ordering prints shouldn't take too long. But you might mean something else. I'm not sure. Okay, then what do you mean by ordering? Do you mean uh are you referring to like shipping and stuff? Because like for shipping, like this is gonna be my first time like shipping out items. So that's gonna be a huge learning experience for me. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. But in another random aside, I do want to try to get this into some local bookstores as well. Online ordering, shipping out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. Uh, my mom used to have like a small online business, so she knows a lot about that stuff. So I'll probably ask her for some advice. But uh, yeah, that's gonna probably be how the majority of the Kickstarter books get sent out. There might be some people that I know IRL that I can just physically give the books to, so they don't have to pay for shipping. Oop, a little bit of blue here. I forgot. Any food you'd recommend? Okay, I have a few. Uh, I really like fried eggs with sriracha. Well, these are going to be kind of generic, but I'm just talking about stuff that I eat regularly. Yeah, fried eggs with sriracha on them. Uh, Ramen with a mixture of uh, coconut aminos, soy sauce, uh, lime juice, and powdered peanut butter. And then you keep the broth, uh, and you put all those sauces into the broth, and then you mix it. That is really good. Um, Let me see if I can think of anything else. Um, yeah, I don't know. I eat a lot of like microwave food, so my diet is not the best, but I would like to learn how to cook someday. I don't know why I started with this panel instead of this one, but I don't think it really matters. I'm gonna merge these. Wait. Yeah, okay. Copy. Paste. This is gonna take a while. Okay, I think that's the right place. Do you know Land of the Lustrous? Yes, I have watched the anime for that. It's cool. It's like conceptually, it's kind of like anime Steven Universe, but obviously the story is way different. Uh, 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 yeah, I kind of want to read the manga for it. Your all-time favorite? Definitely recommend the manga. It's one of the best when it comes to character development. Nice. Yeah, I will give it a shot. So I'm noticing, like, spot the difference. Like, these are not the same, which is annoying. Oh, all right. Gosh. With that, I think we're done for today. Wow, I really like this panel up here. Nice. Okay. Save. Okay. I will be I will be back tomorrow with another stream. Thank you to everyone that tuned in, and goodbye.